Now that we're done roasting Kyler Murray, let's finish up here. There is a report from Craig Morgan, does amazing work. Craig Morgan is one of the more esteemed writers in Arizona sports media history. And it's so crazy. He is such a nice guy. I've talked with Craig a few times on the sidelines during training camp and just being able to get to know him. Really good guy. Trust his reporting. So we're going to react to something he reported on Sunday after the Cardinals game. And we're almost going to react as if we know that the Cardinals are going to get an extension with Budda Baker because it just feels like that's what's going to happen. But let's say this. The report is that the Cardinals and Budda Baker are talking extension, which basically means at this point, there could be an extension already lined out for Budda. Doesn't mean I know how much it is or whatever, but by this time this comes out, if there's an extension, I'll just put it in the lower third at one point. And I don't just want to talk Budda's extension because what the Cardinals are doing is something that they haven't done ever as an organization. They're rewarding not just players and their play on the field, but the person. And that's what they've done over the past few weeks with an extension to James Conner and with the report coming out that they are talking an extension with Budda Baker. They are saying, we understand that the market says you're a declining player, you're a running back, James Conner, or you're a safety, not a super valuable position in the NFL anymore, Budda Baker. But they're investing in the people, not just the players. And James Conner is a heck of a leader in the locker room. And not just James Conner, but Budda Baker is an elite leader in the locker room. Years ago, we saw the video of Budda in the locker room saying, I'm tired of losing, watch more film, recover better, practice harder, whatever it was. Budda was leading the team. That was with Kyler. That was with Cliff Kingsbury. That team was in desperate need of a leader, and Budda Baker was that guy. And the Cardinals, and this is something that cannot be overstated with this team, they're rewarding people just as much as the players. They said, you know what? We've got a lot of cap space. You guys are very serviceable players, that being James Conner, that being Budda Baker. We don't care if the market says you're declining. You are so valuable as a person and as a leader to this locker room, we cannot let you go. And sometimes fans and sometimes nerds, nerdy fans will say, well, he's going to be 29, 30 years old. Budda Baker, come on, guys. What are we doing? He's going to decline. It doesn't matter. You're not paying DTR. You're not paying Jack Rabbit Robinson for some reason. Demerson Taylor Robinson on this team. You're not paying him. You're probably going to cut Jalen Thompson at this point if you're going to re-sign Budda Baker. You'll be fine. And you've got $110 million plus this offseason. You can spend a little bit more on your leaders. James Conner as well. This was the same story. Approaching 30-year-old running back. Potentially over-the-hill running back. You can draft another guy. Every team needs another running back. You can draft Cam Scatabo. You can draft whoever it is coming out of the draft, and you'll be just fine. These are leaders to your team. These are organizational voices. These are both potential Ring of Honor guys. Budda Baker, potentially even a Hall of Famer. He's been 9 straight Pro Bowls. He is definitely on the path of potentially being that guy. They're investing in the people as much as they are the players. They are building a culture. That's what those two guys symbolize. They symbolize a culture for this Arizona Cardinals team. They are the heartbeat of the offense, that being James Conner, and the defense of that being Budda Baker. And they said immediately, when they had Budda Baker, years ago, when JG and Monty Ossenfort stepped in that room and they said, those are the guys I want to build my franchise around. If I could have 53 Budda Bakers and 53 James Connors, I would sign up for that. And that's what they're doing. So I understand you could argue maybe they overpaid a little bit for James Conner. I don't care. This organization is in desperate need of a complete and utter remodel and tear down. And that's what James Conner does offensively. You think Kyler Murray changes his mentality without having James Conner there? You're crazy. Same with Budda Baker. You think guys mature and put their body on the line and not want to let one another down because they learned that themselves? No, that's Budda. And it also shows the competency that Steve Keim and Cliff Kingsbury never had. Jonathan Gannon and Monty Ossenfort said, we are going to invest in leaders of this team, not just the play, although both of their play have been very good, but they're getting older. The market says to let them go. They say, no, your leadership is too valuable to this team. And that's what they're doing. They're willing to overpay for that. And you know what else they're doing? This cannot be overstated as well. They didn't let either of them get to the point of testing free agency. Budda Baker at one point demanded a trade from this team. And now he's likely going to sign an extension. Or by the time this video comes out, signed an extension. That is a testament to the competency of JG and Monty Ossenfort. That is something this team and this organization has never had. Never. That should put a smile on your face. So to have those two guys locked up, it will happen long term. Just a plus thing for both Monty and JG. And as I was trying to say a second ago, before I got so rudely interrupted by myself, them not allowing them to even go test free agency, like the Giants did with Saquon Barkley, how did that work out? How did it work out when they let Saquon Barkley, their franchise cornerstone, test free agency? Barkley probably felt disrespected. Didn't give them a chance to match. The Cardinals made James Conner and Budda Baker priorities. And that is night and day than what this organization used to do. They didn't pull a Saquon Barkley with the Giants and let him go test free agency and say, please come back and let us get a chance to match. No. They said, you're not even going to test free agency because we value you as not just players, but as people to this team and as leaders to this locker room. That is what the report of already signing James Conner has done and working on an extension with Budda Baker. That is the progression I wanted to see from this Cardinals front office. Competency, cohesion, and a belief in not just players, but the people off the field that help glue this team together. Bravo, Monty Ossenfort, for seeing that and making it happen. Bravo to JG, who as soon as he walked in basically said, I want to build my team around Budda Baker and James Conner. If I could have 53 of those players, I would do it. Bravo from the Cardinals, who largely have been an incompetent organization that are starting to turn the corner.